Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mika and today I've got a pretty cool chest system for you. This is a movable chest system. So it uses chest minecarts and can be moved throughout the map to wherever you need it. As you can see, they just shoot along here. This one doesn't go particularly far, but obviously this could go throughout your base, or you could have a few of them hooked up. They all turn out in the same place, so you can see the string here and just mess it up a bit. Send it back. So the main part of this up here is these. So the detector rails, once they've been activated, they turn the next junction. So that one's activated, turns that one, then that one's activated, turns this one, and everything stacks up nice and neatly in the same order. Doesn't quite stack up in line to the item frames, but I mean that's something else. Yeah, and then they're all pushed out here with half slabs because they're not quite a block tool, as you just saw, and they get shot back and forth. Now you might notice the tops are a bit different on the two designs. This is because depending on which way the rails are facing, they will turn a different way when they're powered. Now I will explain this in more detail in a minute, but first of all let's get started. So what you're gonna need one repeater, 5 redstone torches, a detector, 3 detector rails, 6 sticky pistons, a button, 3 slabs, half slabs, and then about 32 redstone. Just take 64 to be safe. Lots of rails, powered and non-powered, and something to power the rails, and 9 minecart chests, of course. Now let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, I have allocated myself a 10 block by 7 block space. You also need to make sure you've got plenty of space to dig down, approximately 10 more blocks below, and then a few more blocks above. As you can see, they go up quite a lot. So this is where our chest's gonna be, stack up along here, the button's gonna go here, so we're just gonna put something behind that there, like so, and then on the top here we're going to make a sort of grid, not like that, and that will go along here to there, join up there, and there. So you'll be left with something that looks sort of like that, and from the back like this. Right, now you need to put in your detector rails first. From the right we're going to put a detector rail, another detector rail, and then a normal rail on the end one. If you've decided you want to build more rows of chests or stacks of chests, then that's fine. However, I will put it up to you to correct all your mistakes. Just make sure you've got the non-powered normal rail on the end one. Right, now we're going to curve all the rails around like this. This is where it starts to get a bit tricky, because depending on which way your design is facing, you will need to do different things. So you will find if you power your rail, say from underneath this rail, it will turn a certain direction. If you unpower it, it will turn back. Now if you power it and it is facing the same direction as this, and the same with this one, then you've got the easy job. You can just stick 2 blocks here and 2 redstone here. Right, now I'm going to use the one I've already made as an example, because if you power your rail and it is facing this way, the same as this one is facing, then you're going to need to do something slightly different. You'll put your torches there, and then the torches on the top here. On the first one, because we are just trying to power this junction here, we can just do that. However, if we do that again, it will end up powering this block. So instead we'll just have to do something like this. Bring it round like that, and yeah, that's easy enough. So just make sure it looks like that. Okay, so now whichever way you put your torches on, whether they're beneath or on top, bit both even, you should be able to send 3 minecarts down and hello, one should end up in each of the sections. Now we seem to have a problem here. Why is that? That may just be because the carts aren't going quite fast enough. Yeah, okay. So if you just do it a few times, it might not work, but we'll make sure we have plenty of power rails here once we're finished. Right, whichever instructions you follow, we should be back to normal now. So here, you're going to dig down to and back to like that. And this is where our sticky pistons are going to go. So these are going to be the ones that let them out afterwards. So we'll put a block there like that, and then a block to hide it. You might want to use the same block as that. Okay. Just like that. So then from behind it should look like this. And then it's easy enough. Send a redstone along there. And you can place your button where you like. I'm going to put it there. And we're going to have a torch to reverse that. So by default they are extended. Okay, I was using the right type of block. There we are. Okay, now we got the hard bit out of the way with. What we need to do is we need to, alongside this pulse here, we need to dig down. So as you can see, I've already done it to save time. Your hole's going to have to be roughly this big. I don't know exactly. However, the current's going to come around here, down here, and it's actually going to reverse again here. This is, you don't have to reverse it, however it makes things easier in the future and it saves the use for another repeater. So the minecarts are going to fall from up here, they're going to fall straight down here, and these pistons are going to be what pushes them onto the tracks. So your pistons there, so that the block in front of them will be the one that pushes them off. So as you can see, that's the hole. They'll fall down there, they'll go onto there, there'll be rails here. These need to be powered, that's easy enough. You just need to stick one repeater in there to full extension to make sure that they have fallen down before we start trying to kick them off. So they will be extended by default. Now you need to, let's think, let's just turn that off for a minute. We're going to dig down to here, and we're going to put whatever you're using to power your blocks in there. We're going to then have a bit of a slope going on here. This is where the minecarts will come out. So, sorry, like that. You just need the slope to make sure that they come out properly, otherwise they can get stuck on that bit. So then they will get pushed out, as you can see. Okay, now this bit's easy. You're going to put your last detector rail down there. This one's going to join up actually with that. Oh, hang on. No, that has to be, make sure that's away from that junction, otherwise it'll start powering it and it'll get all confused. Right? And then that will just, it's hard to explain, but you'll be able to see what happens when it is in action. Now you can start powering the rails, send it off to wherever it's got to go. For the sake of examples, I'm just going to loop it round to the same one. Okay guys, so we're pretty much there. I've looped it back round. Now we just need to run a few tests to make sure it works. Now I just have, and as you will see, if we send them down here, we got a bit of a problem. If we can send them down here. There we are. In that they're actually getting off too slow on this bit. So they are not getting back in time to get into their proper spots. So to solve this, we can just put a power rail in here. Hopefully that will do it. Speed them up a bit. If you got problems like this, the speed of the minecart can be a bit of an issue, but if you just keep tweaking it, then you should be able to sort it out. Now we'll be able to see if I've done it properly. So yeah, see, now they're getting powered. That might just be enough. No, okay, well, it'll need to be powered more, but you see my... Yeah, okay, so it turned out to be a nice easy fix. Just make sure you power it after the final one has got onto here. It's not really advisable to power them much more than just this whilst they're in here, because if you power this one here, that one won't get the power that this one has had, so the back one will end up being faster and it'll sort of all double up. But that's fine, it works now, so I hope you are able to replicate this. I am hoping to have a download link in the description, so if you have any problems you can just refer to these ones and see how they work. But yeah, good luck with your own. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.